Another national lockdown takes place this weekend, this time from 9 o'clock tonight, ending Tuesday, June 2nd at 5 a.m. The Prime Minister approved the lockdown in the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Lockdown Number 9 order today. Grocery stores, pharmacies, the Gladstone Road Farmers Market, and propane cooking gas suppliers can open tomorrow. Retail and wholesale grocers and bakeries and water production companies are permitted to restock their shelves. On Whit Monday, grocery stores and curbside and delivery food services can operate between 6 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. Drive-through and takeaways from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and pharmacies from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Churches can conduct services between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, and construction can take place from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday only. Exercise is permitted in one's immediate neighborhood on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Now, physical distancing protocols and a wearing of face masks must be adhered to at all times. The Prime Minister also suspending Section 28C of the Employment Act during the public state of emergency and 30 days after in the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Special Provisions Amendment Number 6 order today. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honourable Carl Bethel, explains.
It's a provision in the Employment Act where if certain employees have been laid off for 12 weeks, then they are presumed to have been made redundant, which means that the full severance pay would have to be paid to any employee who's been laid off, any of these employees who have been laid off for 12 weeks. Now, people have not been laid off just so. The businesses have been closed because of the COVID orders and the threat that had to be met beforehand, and so many employees are in a position where they would be entitled early in June to receive full severance pay on the basis that they have not been laid off, but that they've been made redundant or fired, in other words.
Now, the Attorney General also detailed why the 30-day extension was placed on this particular order.
The government is now engaging in the staggered process of reopening. So over the next few weeks and months, perhaps, depending on how events turn out, more and more businesses will be starting to open slowly and then ramping up as we move towards easing of further restrictions in the coming weeks. And so hopefully it wouldn't take more than 30 days for them to get back to full steam and bring on all the laid-off workers.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs officials, meantime, confirmed today that about 95 persons were interested in boarding the repatriation flight from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Nassau, which was set for today but was postponed due to administrative reasons. We understand that an active multi-government agency discussion is underway to schedule a new date for that flight. The Prime Minister indicated in his COVID-19 communication in Parliament yesterday the health team responsible for the process has confirmed that valid COVID-19 test results for the original flight will be honored at the next available date. Meantime, Prime Minister Minnis said international travel to the Bahamas will only be permitted by Bahamian citizens and residents under certain conditions, including accredited RT-PCR tests.
Tests should be within 7 days of travel. Test results should be sent no less than 48 hours in advance to the Ministry of Health. COVID-19 travel at bahamas.gov.bs. And test results should also be sent in advance to Bahamas Air if that is the carrier on which persons are traveling. COVID-19 at bahamasair.com.
Now, the Prime Minister also reminding the traveling public to practice social distancing, avoid contact with sick people, and keep your hands out of your face and wash them regularly. Upon arrival home, he says all individuals will be quarantined in government facilities or at home.
And to qualify for home quarantine, test results must be provided to the Ministry of Health at least 48 hours prior to arrival, along with a request to home quarantine. The Ministry of Health will then arrange for a team to do an in-person evaluation of the premises. The health travel application form and consent form must be completed and sent in advance to the Ministry of Health at covid19travel@bahamas.gov.bs. Mr. Speaker, the forms can be found on the Ministry's website at covid19.gov.bs. The completion of these forms will permit the Ministry of Health to make a determination as to whether returning nationals should be quarantined in a government facility or permitted to self-quarantine at their homes. And if the forms are not completed, nationals will automatically be placed in a government quarantine facility.